Rebuilding Louisiana was something we had to really think about because a better world does not do a lot of relief work because we are a voluntary organization, we don't have trained people, it can be a difficult task to go in there without expertise. So generally what I have found over the years, it's better to go in what we call the rebuilding stage. There's recovery, where you actually save the bodies, you clear the roads, and there's relief, food, water, shelter. We as a small organization cannot invest in that because we don't have money sitting like other major ones that are immediately responding to crisis. So we have what we call a rebuild process. When the community is ready to rebuild, that's when the media leaves, and that's when all the people leave too. That's when the people really need us. I've done this 3 or 4 different countries: tsunami, the Kenya crisis, in Rwanda, and then in Louisiana. So we went 30 days later when the roads were cleared, where we could actually invest. Again, we're investing in the community. This was a very moving experience for me. I never thought just neighboring to our country, there would be a disaster that I've never seen anywhere in the world. So when I went to Louisiana, I had only $5,000 in my pocket, cash. And I was saying to myself, when I got there, I said, why did I even come here? We always go and scope out the project to see what we can do. I don't like to raise money unless I have a plan. So when people give me money, I say, look, I don't know what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to put it in a trust account. I'm going to give you a receipt. If I don't have a plan in the next 60 days, you're going to get the money back. Because what am I going to do with it? Oh, I'm going to send it to somebody else. Because people emotionally raise a lot of money. I saw it in tsunami. Millions of dollars. Haiti, I was in Haiti several times. You wouldn't believe the abuse that's going in there with money. It's craziness. People just say, we want to do something, and nobody has a plan. So I have always adopted the idea that let's get over the relief stage where the people are fed and watered. A better world will go into a development stage or a rebuild stage. Collect the money, come up with the plan. So I went to Louisiana with 4 or 5 others. And of course, we all volunteers, pay our own way. Money doesn't need to be used from the donations. But I took $5,000 with me to see what I can do. Seems like I was actually overwhelmed with what I saw. Nobody wanted to talk to you in terms of relief work. They said, we have all these big people doing anything. So do you know what I did? I went to the county office, Louisiana County. By the way, there was a town there called Lacombe, Louisiana. We live in Lacombe. So I had this idea by going to the mayor of Lacombe, who actually came with me on the trip, and said, why don't we help Lacombe, people in Lacombe, helping Lacombe, and see whether that will spark an interest. Lo and behold, it caught on very, very fast, like fire. So I went there and talked to the county, and I said to the county, give me the names of 10 families who have no insurance, who are marginalized, who are disabled, who have been affected by the flood, the hurricane. Well, he hesitated, eventually said, okay, I'll trust you. He said people have come and taken all the pictures, they've never come back. And you'll be another group that'll do the same. You'll set up this shop, raise the money, and we'll never see you again. So I had to convince him, look, I've been doing this. I don't get paid to do this. I'm not even raising money. I came here to see how we can help. We actually went house by house on a remote part of Lacombe, knocking on doors to see who needed help. I went to the home myself with the team, opened the door, sat in their living room, looked around, and said, what do you need? Well, we didn't have to ask once we saw him there. There was a lady, I still remember this like it happened yesterday. I walked into this trailer. The water had come into her trailer 10 feet. And the water had gone down, and she was living there. She had gone out. When the water came back, she lived back into the house. The floor was rotten. Her bed was a mess. She had got some plastic sheets to put over it, and she was living there. The smell, can you imagine water in the trailer coming? Single lady, in 70 years old, no family. No insurance, nobody to help. That was the turning point for me. So I went and knocked on these doors, and I identified 10 families that needed the house to be rebuilt. I was fairly convinced that these were genuine people. And I'm there with my eyes. I have a hard time raising money if I have not seen the problem. When I say I, it's not a focus on money, but somebody close enough to me who says, hey, this is a need. I came back and I put 10 pictures of these families in the Lacombe newspaper. 1 week, 2 weeks, $200,000 came in. All I did was, I went to Louisiana with the mayor of Lacombe. I had the newspaper editor with me. We went to see how we could help. I said I had $5,000 and I bought 2 fridges to people who couldn't store their food and 2 stoves. That's all I could do at that time. And I came back and I said, okay, I'm going to do something. I don't know what. I'm going to try this. $200,000 came in, and 200 people volunteered to go and help. Now, Louisiana was different. There were no workers, and labor was very high. So I rented a house in Louisiana over 6 months, and volunteers started going every 2 weeks, 14 people at a time. Carpenter, electrician, foremen, and so on. People, all kinds of groups started coming together. They would fly out, take one of these homes, rebuild it, come back. Use up the money, buy all the materials, and finish. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it myself. I'm not a builder. And all these other people were complaining about people coming and doing, people helped a lot. So we accomplished, in the end, we helped 29 homes, and we went there for 5 years, long after the media. We just finished the last trip last year, and we were done. And I'll go back. We got an award from the county of Louisiana for the best out-of-state organization to make a difference in their county.